Hi, my name is Mr. Cadella, and today I'm going to show you the next step in shading and blending with our colored pencils. You'll notice that I have this orange shape here, and it looks still sort of flat. And one of the big mistakes a lot of people make is they say, okay, I'm going to make things darker, and they just basically use the same color and they just press really hard. But they need to understand that you can also use other colors. For example, I have some darker reds here I could use to make the darker parts and even the shadows as well. So you want to think in layers. Don't try to press real hard to begin with. Just lightly go over with your main color. In this case, it's this orange. And now I can come back for these darker spots and I can start shading and blending in with darker colors. Now, a lot of people ask me, how do you know which colors to choose? And what you want to do is use colors that are close on the color wheel. For example, of course, orange is made up of red and yellow. So on this darker side, I'm going to blend in a little bit of red. Now you'll notice that I kind of keep going back and forth between the two colors, the orange and the red, just to kind of blend them in nicely here. And I'm not trying to press really hard yet. You could do that at the end, but right now, you want to just layer on your colors. If you press really hard to begin with, it'll be really hard to actually layer those colors. So actually, I can make this side just a little bit darker. I do have top lighting coming down, so I'll finish this side a little bit later. But this little part right here and some parts over here will be in shadow. I'm going to show you how to do that. Now again, I'm going to work in layers. I can come back with this red and go just a little darker. I can just press harder if I want to at the end, but also I can get another color here. This really dark red, since it is near the orange on the color wheel, I could use this as well. And I can start getting shadows that way too. Now, since I have my light coming from the top, I have to also realize that there will be a shadow right here. This part will block out the light, so I'm going to start layering in some of the shadow color here. I might just stick with this dark red here, might mix in a little bit of red. You might have a couple different colors, or I should say a couple different values of the same color. So you might have a red, pink, and a dark red that you're working with. Or in this case, kind of a reddish orange, an orange, and a dark red. I'm going to slowly blend these colors together. Now again, you can keep going back and forth between your colors. And you don't want to press really hard to begin with. You just want to layer those colors on top of each other. Now for this shadow, it's going to have to be a soft shadow because it has this rounded form here. So I don't want to press really hard to begin with. I can press hard a little bit later. I'll show you what that looks like too. I'm going to layer in a little bit more of this dark red here just to make this shadow pop out a little bit more. Blend in some orange right on top, maybe even go back with some of that regular red too. There we go. You just want to take your time with this. Now at the very end, I can press really hard, since I got all those values down now, I can press really hard with this orange, or whatever color you choose, and it'll give you a nice surface there. Now a lot of people would say, well, what about this surface up here? That's when you might actually switch to the white, because the light's coming from the top. You might want to just put a little bit of white up here. Kind of makes a nice kind of light orange peach type color. Now I am starting to press hard, and when you press hard with white, it just kind of mixes in there. Again, like I said in a previous video, you're just kind of thinking more of color pencils as paint mixing on your paper more than just a pencil, because of that wax inside the color pencil. And there's that side of the shape done here, and of course I would finish the rest of it there.